Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII, and we've got a lot of stuff to do. Well, a little bit of stuff to do. I don't know. We've got, yeah, stuff to do. I looked up where the treasure vault key is, so I know that now. And so my plan is to, well, here we go. My plan is to fight the last boss, unlock the last seal, junction myself for the final battle. Save my game, junction myself for the battle with the Omega weapon, and then we'll see what happens there. If I beat the Omega weapon, it'll probably end up in a separate video, but if I fail miserably, it might end up in this one, I don't know. And then after that, all we've got to do is beat the game, which will be, you know, probably 3 videos, actually. There'll be probably 2 videos for Ultimecia, and a video for the end. Treasure vault key was in this fountain. Should have known that. We should have known that. Okay. So. Alright, so this thing. The way this works is you have to hit every button on here and hold them until the sound goes away. So give me a second. I get it. And then just hit start and leave. Okay, that's really hard. I mean, because, like, you gotta do the 2, like, the things, and then, you know, like, you gotta, it's hard, because your hands aren't set up to hit 8 buttons at once. Because every button you hit drops one of the spikes in front of this door over here. So you gotta hit them all. If you leave just one, it still won't let you go through the door. Even if it, like, you leave one on the edge and you obviously could fit through. Like, it doesn't play that game. It's just like, nope, you didn't do it right, so you fail. And that's it. Like, we've been, well, maybe we haven't been down here. You can come down here, down that ladder, but it doesn't give you anything. And so, this is a Rosetta Stone. So now, we have 2 Rosetta Stones, and a GF that naturally has ability times 4 as an ability. And Rosetta Stone gives you the ability to hook up for passive abilities, like Mug or Alert or anything like that. So, now you can give each of your main 3 characters ability times 4. And we'll be doing that. We'll be doing that before we go to fight Omega Weapon. And I'll tell you that the easiest way to do that is if you have multiple GFs junction to somebody, just use an Amnesia Green to take away, like, the item command, or the draw command, or the magic command from one of your GFs, because if you have multiple GFs that have the draw command, it still lets you use draw command. By the way, this bell summons Omega Weapon. Monsters can be heard roaring far away. So, you've got to pull this bell and then get to where that black spot was by the organ in 50 seconds. And it continues to run while you're in the menu screen. So, it's actually really rough. Even if you do what the obvious thing, which is leave one of your party out by the fountain ready to fight, and then have the other party pull this, which is what you have to do. Switching junctions around and stuff to keep from getting random encounters can make it pretty rough. Which is why we'll be saving our game and stuff. I just pulled it to illustrate. It's not really... So you see we're at 13 and now we're... Yeah, like, look at that. It's just ridiculous. I mean, we'll get to them. It's not a huge issue. But we've got other stuff to do. I mean, right now we can't use limit breaks. And there's no way that we're gonna try to take on Omega Weapon without our limit breaks. We need those limit breaks. So, we got one more guy left. I always forget where this hallway is. It's funny too because we stopped at it so I could, like, because I thought as I was running through it, I was like, hey, there's a door here, and it said we needed the treasure vault key. And, like, I showed that in the video. I know I did. So, And, like, now my geography is just all messed up in this castle. That happens, I guess. I suppose. As my grandmother would say, I presume. That's what she would say. She never said I suppose, she said I presume. And again, she called couches Davenports. I think I said this already. She called couches I shouldn't talk to her like, I shouldn't talk about her like she's dead. She's not dead. But I mean, in all fairness, she's if she makes it till March, she'll be 88. She's in a nursing home, and I mean, she's just a wreck. She's lost her mind and stuff. She's just not the same person anymore. I mean, she doesn't even talk anymore. And she used to be this, like, you know, very loud, very outspoken, independent person, and, like, the nursing home just, I mean, she just, well, she started to, I mean, she just started to lose her mind when she was living by herself, and, like, the home was inevitable because, like, even, she would need round-the-clock care. So. Anyway, sad story. That's not what I want to talk about. So, there are these, like, well, there's obviously a holy draw point, we don't need holy, but there's these 4 coffins, and they have a weird, like, depending on which ones you close, other ones open, and you want to get them all open. If you get them all open, you'll be in good shape. Which, you know, can be a problem. If, there has to be a smarter way to do this. I'm sure that there is. I'm sure that there's a good pattern. Well, that worked. Okay, we did it. Alright. So this guy, you can draw Alexander from him. That is our last GF acquisition in Disc 4. Is this guy will give you Alexander. I am Catoblepas. I don't know. Catoblepas? That doesn't... I'm sure that there's a better way to pronounce that. So anyway, he's Catoblepas. Or whatever. Catoblepas. Catoblepas? Catoblepas. Well, that's interesting. I'm sure that's not it, but that's a funny derivation to come up with. This guy is not. Again, we're so over junctioned at this point. Now we have all our stuff back. This guy is not. He's not even meant to be the last thing that you fight. Really, the last thing that you fight is supposed to be Tiamat. Tiamat is set up as being the hardest. Like, in every walkthrough I've ever read, I mean, he's farthest into the castle, and people just don't go after him, like, third, like we did, usually. But you can. I mean, if you're, you know, if you're prepared for it, you can take him on third. It's not a big deal. Like I said, even if he had Dark Flared us, it wouldn't it would have just healed 2 of our guys and done 0 damage to another one, because we're perfectly elementally junctioned. So we don't have to worry about, you know, any of this stuff. And that was it! We killed him! Oh my god. Well, so much for you, buddy. So that's it. Now Ultimish's castle is just like any other place in the game. We can do anything we want, anytime we want. Nobody can stop us because we're awesome. That's the way that works. And of course, we get no experience. Because, God, why would we get experience by beating mini-bosses? Oh, wait, because that's fair. So we're gonna have to go through a lot of junk in a minute here, so. Status attack, not horrible. I mean, again, we don't really need it at this point. The only thing we need is, we need one, Elemental Guard to give to one of our characters. Because 2 of our characters have Elemental Defense ×4. So we're going to be doing that too. We'll give an Elemental Guard to one of our characters, and we'll give... we'll use the Rosetta Stone to make sure all of our characters have ability ×4. And then we'll use those abilities to make sure that our characters have higher vitality statistics. Because that's our real worry. is our vitality is essentially our defense, and Omega Weapon is going to be a pain in the ass as far as defense goes. I will probably, it's going to take me a while to go through all this stuff, because like I'm also going to do things like make sure that my characters are filled up with all of their spells that they're junctioned by like taking them off of other characters and refining items for them and stuff. And I'm not going to show you all that, it'll probably take forever. But I'm going to show you a little bit so you can see things like the junctioning and things like that. Just to see kind of like, and it actually will give me some time to explain again, kind of my junction scheme for, so first off, we want to do some card modding. I should have said that too. And it's just 2 of them. Not this stuff. This is garbage. Well, if you don't have Elemental Guard, Selfie's good for it. So, I don't know that yeah, first off, we need to see who's, also, what we're gonna do is Laguna's card, and I think, I don't know, I want to say Alexander's card. Both give items that make people invincible. So, you can card mod, they're called Holy War and Hero. And like, one of them, Laguna's card, mods to 100 heroes. I think Alexander's card mods to 10 Holy Wars. And what you can do, apparently, is mod the card to... Let's see, what do we want to do here? Some status junction times 2. I mean, we can get rid of... We can get rid of something in here. I mean, obviously you don't want to get rid of, like, Life Magic Refine, or Status Medicine Refine, or Tool Refine, or anything like that. But, Alexander's card... Junction, or mods to 10 Holy Wars, and what you can do is, yeah, we'll get rid of magic ability. What you can do is mod that card for the 10 Holy Wars, win it back from Zoo, mod it again, win it back from Zoo, and you can do that over and over. We have an Elemental Guard, so, okay. So we'll give it to Siren, because she's junctioned, well... Okay, what else do we have here? Doc's Code Med Data ability? Who needs that? Oh, by the way, that 100 needles, I had to refine 100 Cactus Thorns for that, and it gives a character the return damage ability, a GF the return damage ability. So she was junctioned to Renoa, and so now Renoa has status defense times 4, which is important. And we actually want a junction like full life. We can get by with her hit points junction to something else. Like, Triple would do it. I mean, we can't use it for her speed junction, so it makes sense to put it in there, I guess. Well, that's what she said. Oh, horrible. Horrible! Okay, what are we doing? Oh, Shell or Protect? I guess Shell is the one we want. Yeah, that'll do it. Wow, she's better junctioned than our main character. And we don't need to put an element on there. I mean, I don't know exactly what will heal the Omega Weapon, but... Alright, so we've done all the stuff I talked about doing. And, modded the Holy Wars and the heroes. So, we're ready for the rest of the battles of this game, really. And everybody is junctioned to absorb elemental attacks and things like that, so... Here we go. It's gonna take us a bit to set up this fight. Alright. Ba-bam, and the chandelier hits the ground. Oh, I'm out of coffee. Oh well. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Make more coffee. That's the answer to that. But I can't, you know, like... Well, I guess I could. I could just leave it on the screen right here, but... We're not doing that. Maybe we are. Oh, am I ready for this? Alright. Okay, let's get it over with. No, I don't want to switch to the other party. I want to switch junctions with my main character, and that's it. And I'm gonna have to heal back. I mean, to fight the ultimate weapon, I'm gonna have to. I mean, I have no options. So, because I can't just, you know, I can't go in with. Well, I guess I could, but it doesn't really. Anyway, anywho. So, onward, forward. Ugh. So again, I don't expect to win. I don't think... I know I've fought this thing before. I'm pretty sure I've never beaten it. If you do the thing where you get 10 Holy Wars and then win the card back from Zoo and keep doing it into infinity, you could theoretically probably just keep yourself invincible the whole fight. And just keep using your main character's limit break. So like 10 seconds pass before we even get to move. That's not very fair. It's not very sporting. Alright, switch to the other party. We gotta do this quick. Okay. No! Not the time to be hitting the wrong thing. Okay, there we go. Now, please have Kira. Have it ready for me. Good. Damn it. Alright, 18 seconds left. Oh my god. We'll make it. We'll make it. All we gotta do is make it through this door. And there it is, the biggest, baddest creature in the game. And it looks just like Ultima Weapon, except blue. Alright. So, here we are. I wonder if we could level down this thing. Probably not. I'm sure it's stuck at one level. Okay, so you can melt down the ultimate or the Omega weapon, and you need to. And without a doubt, you need to melt this thing. Forget about using GFs. It doesn't make any sense. Maybe Eden would, but I mean, really, you're gonna do far more damage. You really need some Lion Hearts in here. Well, there we did. I don't know, 28,000 points of damage or something. And you want to use a Phoenix Pinion. It's not, you know, it's not, with all your guys set up, it's not going to make a difference, but the thing about this is it summons this guy, and he'll do fire damage to your enemy. And he'll, like, raise any dead people and dead characters from the dead. But he also, as long as you have another Phoenix Pinion in your inventory, he has a chance to come back if all of your people die and save you from game over. So, that's important. You also really want to... I should have slowed down the battle speed for this battle. Because, really, I'm not... Everybody's kind of, you know, everybody's got, like, haste going on and stuff, and... Okay. Well, there was a beginner's error. Oh my god, I didn't realize that Selfie had... was it a level 5 deal for level 5 death? I would've... If I'd known that, I would've junctioned her a little differently. Because, I mean, Switch is at level 100, so he's got death junctioned to keep that from working. Okay, and Meteor's not a big deal. Meteor's not going to be an issue for us. What's going to be an issue is that this thing has like an instant death attack for everybody. And you've got to get through that somehow. And there are a couple ways. Although, first off, I don't know when to expect it, but there are a couple ways to do it. And one is to have the GF screen open, so that it does damage to your GFs instead. And the other way is to be invincible. Like, those are your options, apparently. So... Because I just don't see us. Or have the Phoenix Pinion kick in, I guess, would work too. And we're getting a couple good attacks in. A Lion Heart would really do us well. So. Okay. Uh-oh. I don't know what this is, but... Well, it apparently is down to a point for most of our people. No, it's death. But here comes our Phoenix, so we're in good shape. Well, we're in decent shape, I guess. He gets some life back when that happens, and that's kind of a bummer, but whatever. Okay. Okay, oh, I skipped full cure! There's another beginner's mistake I could have avoided making. It's gonna take a while to get it back, too. It's so lame. Terra Break! Well, as long as that's like an Earth spell or something, we should be alright. What is going on? Oh, we're done. Well, it was nice, showing this to you guys, I guess. That's the thing. That's the thing that you can't get past without having more than 10,000 hit points, which is physically impossible in the game, so you've gotta be creative, I guess. Ugh. Well, game over. Alright, everybody. What we're gonna do is, I'm gonna reload this game, and then we're going to, we'll be all junctioned up like we just were, and, I'm gonna run this up to, where we'll battle Ultimecia, and that'll be the next thing that we do. So. So here we are, and it's just like it never happened. Which means we've never used a Phoenix Pinion, which is important, so we'll be using one during the Ultimecia fight. Because, you know, you never know. Like, Ultimecia's final form has the ability to kill us all. So, what I'm hoping to do is, because I said I've never fought her as prepared as I am now, like, and with as much of an understanding of the game as I have now, because, like, obviously you need to learn the game inside and out to LP it. So what I'm hoping is that we can make this fight as quick as possible. Like, we can just do super damage. And so, we haven't seen where Ultimecia hangs out, so... It's actually pretty singularly, like, obvious once you... No. It's basically like we just go up to where we fought Tiamat, and we keep going instead of jumping over on the... And that's it. Just the path inevitably leads to Ultimecia. And it's pretty roundabout. I mean, she lives, like... You think that if she lived here, she would just make it easy to get in and out of her, like, place she lives, but apparently not. The idea was to make it as convoluted and crazy as possible to get there. Which, you know, I mean, good for her, I guess. I mean, she's a sorceress, she can probably just appear there and doesn't have to worry about the walking there. But then, seriously, strategically, wouldn't the best plan have been to live somewhere in your castle completely sealed off so that people couldn't get there unless they were, like, they knew powerful magic that let them walk through walls? Because then we could never attack you at home. I don't know. I guess it doesn't work that way. There always has to be a way for heroes to win, otherwise it's not a game. Unless you're playing as the bad guy. Alright. So yeah, so we haven't really been past this point. I mean, this is as far into the castle as we've gone. So yeah, like we gotta go through the clock here, and then it like across the hands of the clock, which is just, that's what seems really convoluted. If the clock said it was a different time, we wouldn't be able to get to it. Like if we waited another 3 hours, there'd be no way. So. Alright, and like down this ladder, and like essentially we're there. So this is also, if you need things like regen rings and stuff, like this is the place to do it. Because like the hallway before her castle will constantly spawn Taramas and oil boils and stuff. So this is the place to get some kind of cool stuff if you need to grind for stuff. But anyway, we're going to go over here, we're going to save, and when we come back we'll fight Ultimecia. And you guys, thanks for watching and take care. I appreciate it. So, bye everybody.